MS Dracula 12,000 horsepower on like 35 tons tanks is pretty awesome, but there's something that isn't right on here because I read from somewhere else that somebody said this tank have a skill, open quote skill, quote close quote, is about leeching HP. Like if like what should I say? Enemy have some, if you shoot enemy you gain health. Yeah. I remember someone talk about this for MX Dracula. I don't know whether it's a rumor or true, but if that's the case, you really want to do more damage when you are in low HP and you can just keep on gaining the HP. There will be so much. So anyway, minus 10 gun depression, that's always awesome. AP Claw, APCR Fang, HE Swamp. What the heck is the AP penetration is a bit average, but APCR penetration is pretty okay for tier 7 medium because you know tier 7 you don't really get 237 penetration on most of the tier 7 mediums. But I really hope it's like 250 though. 250 will be much more comfortable. 7.5 second reload. That means it's like 15 seconds for 2 shots. That means at shot per minute. ROF is 8. Calculate. 225 times 8. 1800 DPM on tier 7. That's a bit like, I want to say underwhelming, but you know every time when I talk about it, it's like 1800 DPM on tier 8 medium is legit, but 1800 on tier 7 medium is like very low. It's like the way that the Wargaming designed the DPM between tier 7 and tier 8, it's just a waste. Make me don't know what to talk about. Anyway, 1800 is just so much tier 8 DPM. But then you get a better penetration, and don't forget what I said. There's some leak that's saying that this tank will be able to leech health from enemy when he doing damage. So not so sure about that. Just don't trust that at all because these are like not official news. 12,000 HP, that's a lot for a medium tank on tier 7. Is it? Let's check. Well, tier 7. Nah. It's like above average, but not really a lot. But 1000 HP, the second tank is a bit too low for tier 7. I don't know whether they increase it or not. And if this tank is going to have like -6 gun depression, is really not something that I like on medium tanks. But never mind about that. Oh yeah, MSCDC armor is, you know, you can pretty much penetrate the HE shell as long as you don't hit the angled surface. Tier 7 Power 500. I think this one will be a wait, this one is a tank destroyer. It's a tank destroyer. It's a tank destroyer. Okay. I keep like, who tell me that this one is medium? I want to scold the live chat later on because someone tell me that it's a medium and I just got tricked. Anyway, this is just like, yeah, this explain everything else about this tank. This tank, they say the skill open quote skill close quote is double barrel, which you can see over here. That means it's more like you can fire 2 shots and then do a long reload. A bit like autoloader, but much higher burst, like 400 damage per every 10 seconds. 10 second, right? Or 10 second, yeah. So its DPM is somewhere around 2400. 2400 DPM on tier 7 tank destroyer is just, you know, a bit. It's pretty okay, I guess. Not exceptionally high, but not so good. But as a tank destroyer, you can like turn your turret all the way for this tank. Armor, I don't think I really want to trust the tank. Although this part of the armor looks very good, like if you are on like town area, you don't want to shoot its upper plate most likely because no matter how it looks like bounce, auto bounce, like 30 degrees. Unless you can like, you have like 250mm of gun or something like that, then you might want to try that. Most likely you don't want to shoot his upper part of the hull. Lower part is covered, so I'm not so sure about that. Side armor wise, it got a lot of like this is the design that I prefer. Like almost the whole of the side is going to be covered by the track. That means you will be much more comfortable with side scraping, and but then this one is a bit of rear mounted turret. That means that side scraping is also a bit better than most other tank, I guess. E75 better rotation speed and shot dispersion factors. I'll be able to take more snapshots. Better rotation speed. I really like this though. Better rotation speed, but I don't know how much they will increase it. Just leave it. Really enough. I didn't play that tank, so I'm not sure about that, but well, I really hope they keep it 0.27. But yeah, now it will make the Grilly miss more shots. But I don't think it helped that much. Like, Grilly supposed to be strong at that aspect. I don't think it's so much overpowered, but it's strong nevertheless. Because of the alpha though. If we nerf the alpha, then this tank will be much better. Like much more open quad balance or close quad. But then it also removed the specialty of the Grey 15. So yeah, Tiger DPM. Oh. Let's see the Yak Tiger. Yak Tiger, here is it. 6.62. It's 9.05, somewhere around that. And then now they changed to 8.2. Divided by 8. 8.2, right? So the rate of fire will be 7.317. 7.317 times is alpha. 460 per shot. 3,000, like from 3,000 all to 3,365. So hello. Tortoise is going to cry. He lost his like DPM. Like Tortoise should be the one being the DPM king. Now you let the Yak Tiger being the DPM king instead of Tortoise. Like, why play Tortoise when you can play Yak Tiger right now? Even like pre-buff, like there's only 100 plus DPM. Maybe you want to get like extra 2.5 degree of gun depression over the minus 7.5. Still, like, you got a much more reliable upper part of the turret on Yak Tiger instead of like a big circle on the Tortoise, and then you get a PCR or hit bad penetration like on your cheek. Well, Yak Tiger, even your cheek, sometimes those hit shell and APCR will still bounce off because they didn't aim properly or just some RNG. Yeah, there's no reason to play Tortoise anymore in 3.2. If they really do this, like, if this one is accurate, and then the even reduce the aiming time, like, yeah, Tiger become 2.1. It's even short. Like, why do you want to play Tortoise anymore? Maybe for the HE shell and for the gun depression, that's all. Yeah, by the way, if you're a Tortoise player, you really want to utilize the 120 HE shell because you can pen a lot of medium side armor with this. And also even the heavy side armor, like all of them, their side armor can be penned by that HE shell, most likely, if you can get it flat. And then all of them, also the side armor you can pen easily. Even some of them, the front armor like Leopard, you can pen frontally with HE shell on Tortoise. But then look at the HE Alpha either also. Like Yak Tiger you got 600, but on Tortoise you only got 515. So that's the issue. Like this buff, I don't think this buff is necessary unless they also want to buff the Tortoise as well. Like Tortoise are so like now everyone going to play Yak. Maybe a lot of people don't know Yak Tortoise probably because like that was new and everyone found that it's new, so they tried that tank and they found it good. In Yak Tiger they probably see it meh, they're not playing it, so yeah. Yak Tiger will be very good though after this buff. Like, the DPM is just too high. You just got another 3,300. Like if you use Strammer and use full crew, you will get roughly around extra 20% DPM. That means that you can get around 4,000 DPM if you got full crew setup, like two double provision plus the vent and a gun rammer. That means how fast he can kill a tank. Let's look at it. To kill a mouse by him alone, it can take about 37.5 seconds. Actually a little bit shorter than that because I include the first cooldown as well, but I digress. Roughly like 30 seconds plus you can kill a mouse. Like who else in the game can do that? Seriously. 4000 DPM, man. And let's say how fast you can kill, like if any donkey like 1750 HP divided by 4000 times 60, you literally kill like never mind, I use the excuse me for a while. 460 you kill like 1700. You've killed an object 263 in 4 shots. And how long will it take you to put out 4 shots? Like the first shot you can always do it immediately, don't forget that. And then you need to take like 3 8.2 second delay. Excuse me, 3 8.2 times 3. You literally kill a tier 10 tank, like lowest HP one, around 24 seconds, 25 seconds alone. Yeah. This will revive, like, this will play a bit like the old tortoise style. And you got more armor than the tortoise as well, so let's see what will happen. Tiger 1, max speed 40 to 44. Better shot dispersion. I really hope it happens when I'm grinding this tank, but yeah, it allows us to take more snapshots. I always like to take snapshots in German tanks. Tiger 2, I don't think it really helped that much, but probably because I'm always doing the full crew setup plus red oil. Like full crew setup plus red oil, you get roughly also like 30% plus transfers when you add the turret and the track transfer itself. So it really helped a lot. And now they buff it as well, that means that red oil isn't that necessary anymore, probably. Like 10% of turret transfers, right? But then it's not not too big, I guess. By the way, is this one turret or why is the 16 one? The 216 thing is the track transfers. Then this one is pretty good. Like track transfers, you can do your angling faster. This one help a lot. Like turret transfers help you to face your enemy, but track transfer help you to angle your armor. So yeah, it will be more like resist to the COD. RHB Ramadel front trigger, if I get the name right. Aiming time 2.7 increased to 2.9. Worse. Yeah, too many guys taking snapshot in this tank already. Even Bushka doing that, isn't it? It has very good dispersion soft stat. I heard people saying that. Now it's going to be worse. Let's see if they are still taking more snapshots, and they will see a big pie, and their shell will fly everywhere, and they will. But that snapshot is very important on this type of tank. They have no armor. That means that every time when he spot the enemy spot him, he have to just fire and duck back in. This will give them some trouble, I guess. Quite some amount of trouble, yeah. I mean for the aiming time and the shot dispersion factors. It's not the dispersion radius. This one is just directly relevant to the final aiming instead. While this one affect the snapshot. This one do still affect the snapshot, but not that not that much compared to this one. VK45 auto-8. Really? Why don't you buff his armor? I mean, like, it will work more like Louis. Like, you know what Louis is? Louis is just pure support tank, where it's a heavy tank. So when you are the only heavy tank, you often like screw up unless you are on tier 8 and enemy don't really have like IS6 or something like that. You have to like stay back. Yeah. 188. I don't know about the tank, so I don't want to comment it. Carnival. Where are you, Carnival? Okay, Carnival DPM is going to increase 0.66 seconds. That means like it will literally fire 10 rounds and increase his DPM to 1900. It will be good is at DPM catching up the VK4502, but yeah, but I really hope he can compete with DPM of these tier 7s, but he's still heavy tank. Would have wished a lot. Like, yeah, of course make it much stronger because DPM increase, right? Wait. This was the earlier gun, right? Is this the reload time? 6.46. Are they actually talking about these two guns? Let's see. Like calculate the 3 divided 0.46. 0.2 at 60 divided by 9.52. 0.3. Which guy? Which one is 0.3? Also, the final gun is this one. This is the gun that we want to look at. It's not this gun. This gun is probably the another gun. The final gun is this one, so we look at this gun. The final gun is that. So you will get like 5.3 reload time. 5.3 reload time means like 11.32 rounds per minute. That's going to be awesome, I guess. But it's like 190 though. 2015. Oh. That is still tier 8 tank. Tier 8 tank you with like 258 at PCR, but it got pretty good AP as well. I really hope that this PCR penetration increase a bit, but this tank become the king DPM, the king of DPM heavy instead of the IS6. Like heavy 5 IS6, now they lose in DPM compared to this tank. Okay, now this tank is one of the tank I really want to get right now. Like a heavy tank that can bounce some shot with like with like 2100 DPM. Why not, right? It's always great. Like, so can we fight? What's your old gun DPM again? It's only get like 2080. But Carnival is always having the armor issue. Like 51, you're not going to bounce a lot of shots with side scrapping, even though you have like a trick track. And your turret is not going to bounce a lot of shots as well if enemy know how to shoot the upper part of your turret. But if you keep moving, that turret is also a bit annoying to shoot at. And if enemy have high pen and PCR or high pen heat shield, your turret is also naked as well. But your DPM is now awesome. That means that you can pretty much like front hug any tier at medium. Front hug any tier at medium and just like chew them up. You got more HP than them. You got more DPM than them. They can't do anything to you, and they might still bouncing some shots as well. Yeah, Cannon become pretty legit already from being like a bit terrible. Carnival is something that really need to look into. Yak Tiger is also become something pretty OP as well, in my opinion. T23E3. This is a premium tank, right? T23E3. It's like tier 7 medium, premium. Yep. And you increase in DPM. Wargaming, really? Fair enough, 0.36 accuracy isn't really like perfect for using the DPM, but like why you want to use the Panther M10 instead of T23E3 right now? Maybe bouncing more shots? Just a little bit more shots? I can understand why you want to use Rudy rather than T23E3 right now, but then Panther M10 is just, you know, like 4 seconds. That means 20 shell, no. 15 shell per minute. Okay, it's like combat DPM. Now it get like combat DPM, but you may like if you want to play a strong tank instead of like a credit earning tank, you might as well play a combat. But then if not, you want to play T23E3 for grinding credit, even though like with combat DPM and 10 degree of gun depression, you can literally play like combat a bit, I guess. But the speed wise, is it a bit faster than combat as well? Probably. Dispersion wise, I think T23E3 have a better soft stat than combat, right? I'm not so sure about that. I will need to play those tanks to give a comment about that. But then now you can remember that we got a real premium tank comment already, which is T23E3. But then T23E3 going to bounce anything on turret? No, right? Comet well. That's the issue. Yeah, Comet is still much stronger tank than T23-3. But then it wasn't supposed to be that strong, to be honest, because it's like premium tank. Really? Isn't it true? Maybe? T29 better shot dispersion factors, thank you, just thank you. T29 really, like, it's already pretty OP, but yeah, it really needed so much. Because like, you can try to take some snapshot in T29 and you will find that it's like very frustrating that the circle was so big, even though the fully M is pretty okay. T2 like T14 is pretty good, by the way, but since they added into the shop, that means that I don't even have to buy it. Normally I can wait for like discount to buy it. But I will probably buy T2 like later on, or maybe I already bought it, I don't know. Extract as well. These two are tier 2. I think they want to remove the tier 2 premium tank from the shot, just to reduce some silk clubbing, probably, maybe, or maybe some like new players trying to play like a premium tank, thinking is stronger, and then they screw up, they leave the game, so they remove it to prevent this from happening. And T14 is a much better tank than normal tanks, maybe. KV1 is definitely much better than T14. T14 have penetration issue, but its armor is better than Excelsior. A32, I'm not sure about that tank. I remember that there's like a few years ago there's a sales A32 bundle, and nowadays they also have some like partner sales. Like when you buy their partners World of Tank partners product, you might get World of Tank Blitz A32 as well. I might got that wrong, but to be honest, I don't know that tank. MT25, they buff the HP. I don't know what does it mean by A20, A70. If it doesn't look like an error. If it's an error, that means that after you get the turret upgrade, you get to 870. If it's not, that means that the freaking 500 plus HP will turn to 820 before the turret upgrade. After the turret upgrade will be 870, which will be more logical, because like, who the heck think about like having a 500 plus HP, 565, like, you know, something like that on like tier 6. Really? Yeah, tier 6 and you have 500 plus HP. You are not tank destroyer. Yeah, the light tank on World of Tank Blitz. Folks, only tank destroyer got 550, 560. Light tank will always have more HP, or even on tier 5, and it's on tier 6. Imagine if this one is 575, how are you going to compete with like this whole line of tank that have at least 50% more HP than you? But yeah, if you look at World of Tank instead of World of Tank Blitz, Light Tank always have much lower HP, because like the map is bigger in World of Tank and World of Tank PC version and console version, because it's like they have bigger map, they have more camo values, they have more place to run around. That's why their light tank can be so low HP. But in World of Tank Blitz, the map is so small, sometimes you just have to track your HP. That's why it gave it more HP in the World of Tank Blitz. SU 12254 DPM increase. Even though this tank DPM is actually, but then this tank also need a buff because of this -4. So even if like it's DPM buff, it can't really use it that much. Like 60 divided by 8. So its DPM, its rate of fire will be increased to 7.5. 7.5 times 420. 3,150. Tortoise. Tortoise, you're so sad. I feel bad to you, Tortoise. I really felt bad for you. Yeah, that's all. Okay, never mind. Rip Tortoise. Rip Tortoise. Better shot dispersion factor, okay. But yeah, now we can officially say goodbye. Like RIP to Tortoise. 2015 to 2016. Anyway, that's all for Cash Update news preview. Anything might be changed. SU-12244 added. By the way, this tank, if you want to get a pretty OP isn't means like complete OP premium tank on tier 7. SU-12244 is a great choice with great income coefficient as well. It earns credits a lot as a tier 7. Like you can pretty much compare it to Type 62, and you can earn much more credits compared to those junk IS-2 Eldiver's Nameless that don't earn much credits at all. Like this guy will earn you much more credits, and this guy will be a little bit more OP. I borrow my account to like my friends who like they want to try this tank, who don't even have like 100 battle in World of Tank or World of Tank Blitz, and he end up playing with 70% plus win rate. I thought it will be dropping down to like 40%, but it increased to 70 plus percent. It's so scary. That's how good this tank is. But yeah, that's all for thanks today. Thanks news preview.